Yo, man, welcome back to another episode of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. You got your boy Suns fan Randy
All right.
and Jerry. And I told you, Kyrie was not coming for no $6 million. And then after taxes in California, that's what 3.5. So it's like there's no way. I told you that y'all wasn't getting Kyrie, even though all the Laker fans y'all could walk it back and be like, oh, I didn't really want him. I knew that from the jump it wasn't gonna work out. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Like up until 4:30 on Monday, like he was literally y'all was texting Kyrie saying like, "Yo, you coming? Like we got you." You know what I'm saying? And up until 4:30, he let y'all down. So Jeremiah, just y'all thoughts on the Kyrie situation, how it went down, and just let me know how you feel about it right now.
Okay, don't get me wrong. I would have definitely welcomed the Kyrie for Westbrook trade. This the one off, you know.
That don't make sense. Go
Hear
ahead.
me out. I would have rather taken Kyrie's 36 than Russ's 47 for sure. Because that means we can sign two more players at least, and then give Malik Monk a little bit of change to keep him happy, make him want to stay. And by the way, he did say he was welcome to coming back. So he's not going to Phoenix. So keep that out your mind.
Oh
But
yeah,
anyway,
nah.
back to Kyrie. Who gonna drop $36 million? Who gonna do that?
Y'all knew that though. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hear me out. Let me finish before you cut me off. Who in their right mind gonna walk away from $36 million not named Dave Chappelle? But Kyrie, it sounded very good. But anyway, like if he's gonna play for another team next season, he lost damn near what $17-18 million last year. That's half the money he's getting paid now. So of course he's trying to hurry up and get there. Hear me out. He's trying to get that money back first, right? Then maybe if he can probably work out a buyout with the Nets, but I don't see that happening. He probably wanted a trade partner, but it was a good idea. It was a good thought, the West for Kyrie, but
the Black Friday sale is over. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe y'all might get Kyrie on Cyber Monday, but that Black Friday getting Kyrie for $3 million or like I said, a $6 million, and then after taxes is gonna be about 3.5 or whatever the case may be. The Black Friday sale is over with, but what I'm not gonna let y'all do is I'm not gonna let Laker fans try to walk away like all of a sudden y'all got some sense. Like all of a sudden y'all got some sense. Because up until 4:30 on Monday, y'all had no goddamn sense. All of a sudden y'all want to use logic and be like, yeah, we all know he wasn't gonna leave 36 million on the table. Up until Monday, y'all was like, oh yeah, he gonna get that money back. We gonna throw incentives. LeBron gonna get him back on Nike and whoop whoop and blah blah blah. So we not about to sit up here. You're not about to walk it down and be like, oh yeah, you had common sense this entire time. Because if he had common sense this entire time, it wouldn't have been no pushback when I was saying Kyrie is not coming. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like, yeah, we all know he's not coming. It's a fantasy. Y'all do this every summer. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to let y'all try to gaslight the situation.
Don't sit there and act like there was not hope at some. It was a glimmer. It was a glimmer of some type of something. Don't sit here and act like that wasn't there at all. Don't sit here and do that. Don't sit here and act like it was it was a possibility that it could have happened. Don't sit here and act like, oh, it was like 0% chance. Like, no, this man was really like in it. And don't get me wrong, the divorce between the Nets and Kyrie can still happen. It can still happen.
For sure. I will give you that Kyrie did request to come to LA, or like he listed his list of teams, and I guess Lakers was one of them. So I will give you that. But like, come on now. Financially, that's not gonna work. And y'all know that, and y'all keep on trying to say like nobody wants Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just something that y'all got to hold on to until he leave. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just an L that y'all got to hold on to.
And the thing is, I'm not even mad about that because once Westbrook is going, that's $40 million that opens up. You know what we can do with $40 million?
Yeah.
We all want Westbrook to go so we can, take that $40 million at 47 and give it to players so we can have a complete team again. But maybe not. Maybe unless it works out. What I do though? I wish Westbrook would have did what Harden did. Harden declined his option so that he can give the 76ers more flexibility to build a team. Westbrook is that shows you a team player versus an individual right there. So if Westbrook was really about winning and doing X, Y, and Z, he'd be like, all right, I'm not gonna take 47 million. I can take 26, and y'all can use the other 20 million to get some more dudes.
Nah. But I mean, it's not about being a team player, it's about being smart. Because if I turn down $47 million, we all know, we can all agree that this is Westbrook's last max contract. This is the last time that, you know what I'm saying, that Westbrook is going to get a $40 million deal. And if he'd have turned that down, then that would have meant that he's an unrestricted free agent. That doesn't mean that the Lakers are going to sign you again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's him just doing y'all a favor. And if I'm Westbrook, I'm not doing y'all no favors. You know what I'm saying? Y'all traded me. Y'all wanted me here at one point in time. So I'm taking that 40.
But the smart thing too to say is like, okay, if I'm gonna buy in, I'm gonna pick up my $47 million. Do I want to play here another season with the players we had on this roster and go out and win 33 more games again? Does that like realistically, like, right? Does that just make sense? Would you really, I mean, if you really look, if the Lakers are able to build and get some more players around Westbrook, it would make him look better per se, right? It would give him a rebound season to where he can go out, not get a max deal anymore, but he can still go out and get some money if he proves that. Okay, check me out. How much money Chris Paul make per season?
No, Chris Paul's getting $30 million. But what I'm saying to you,
wait. Go ahead. You're telling me Chris Paul is getting $30 million with all the games he misses, all the times he don't show up, and you tell me Westbrook can't get 25, 26 on the open market from
roll it back. Chris Paul missed, I think, 2 weeks because of the thumb injury, right? He missed 2 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. He missed a month this season, right? Last season he played almost every game, right? And then in the playoffs he didn't miss a game. So I'm not gonna sit up here and try to be like, oh, like the 36 million is worth it. Like the 36, however much we give him Chris Paul is worth it. But what I'm trying to say to you is that I want you to understand, and you can't sit up here and walk around like the Westbrook, the Lakers relationship is fractured. Like there's no trust there. You know what I'm saying? So like him going out on a limb doing the Lakers a favor, the team a favor, like would mean that he would trust y'all. And I feel like the way that y'all booed him, the way that y'all criticize him and throw him under the bus and say it's all his fault, woo, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all openly say that we're trying to trade you. So it's just like, I'm not doing y'all no favors. Like, where's this trust? Like, just because you think that he's a Laker fan?
I don't think we watched the same 82 games last season. I don't.
No, we did. I
don't think we watched the same. If you think that the trust is fractured, it has some mending to do on both ends. If you think it's not a one-sided affair,
100%,
it's not a one-sided affair, and for the relationship to be do not get me wrong. When Westbrook first got his number 0 jersey for the Lakers, we was like, okay, let's see what you got. We're gonna pump you up, and then bro just had a skid, and we was like, how can you ride with that? We just couldn't ride with it no more. We could not ride with paying you we could not sit with paying you $47 million a season for you to go out there and perform like that and win 33 games. The Lakers didn't even win 35.
Yeah.
They didn't even get a well-rounded number. And I'm saying, like, if the relationship is fractured and there's no trust on either side, it was well earned on both sides.
So, and why the James Harden deal work out is because James Harden trusts the front office in Philly. He trusts Daryl Morey. So it's just like Westbrook don't trust Jeannie Buss or like Rob because he knows that they're trying to get rid of him. So it's like if I take a pay cut, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna ship me out of here. If I decline that $47 million, I'm gone. So it's just like, come on now. We're not gonna sit up here. Let's use the logic, like you were saying. Yeah, okay, Kyrie, let's use the logic. Let's not sit up here and just use the Laker bias and be like, oh, like everybody just wants to do everything for the program just because we're the Lakers. Like, no, let's not do that.
Let me throw some more at you. As long ago as it sounds, the Lakers are only 2 seasons removed from a championship, right?
I mean, y'all still got this contract, and then LeBron is a free agent next year too.
The season before that, they were just in the playoffs. So I don't think roster building is really a problem. It's a matter of getting the roster to play out on the court. You can have a good roster on paper, like a lot of teams do, but chemistry and other things come a part of that. And if it's not willing to get buy-in from both sides, it'll never work. So I feel like the divorce between Westbrook and Lakers is still coming. It might come at the end of the season when Westbrook, we just twice hit the last 5-10 games of the season. But
I feel like y'all got 2 more solid seasons just because I feel like this season is gonna be. I don't know if y'all gonna make the playoffs. I don't know if it's gonna be a playing kind of situation. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But you got LeBron for 2 more years. So it's just like, all right, Westbrook is going now. You got $47 million. And that year that Westbrook leave is y'all best shot. That's gonna be y'all one shot at it because I don't see LeBron coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But like I said, I feel like y'all got maybe 1 more year to really make a good push.
Mm.
You don't feel that way?
I feel like our future is actually brighter, actually. Because LeBron is aging anyway. He'll be 38 by the end of next season, right? We don't know how he's going to fare off until his 40s or what have you. He has had injuries that he dealt with all last season, the recurring ankle sprain, the groin, or the muscles, whatever that was. That was happening. So we're not gonna sit here and act like it was all gravy. He had a few games where he showed out and did X, Y, and Z. But bottom line, with that man still playing, the Lakers still only won 33 games. So it's still on both sides. I mean, no matter who you put in there last season, the team as a whole, LeBron played a lot of games last season too. Don't get it twisted. They still won 33 games, and that's my standing point.
Right. So it's going to be a process. It's just more so I don't know who y'all going to build this team around, or like what free agents y'all going to be able to kind of secure on these vet minimum deals. Like I feel like I want Malik Monk, and I feel like he's going out like a straight dummy just because if he want to go if he want to go back for another $3 million, $2 million contract, I feel like that's dumb as hell just because he's outplayed that contract. He's proven this year that he's a $10 to $15 million guy a year player. And so if he go back, or if he don't see the future, if he don't see, hopefully somebody put it on the wall like, look, it's not like you going back just for the love of the Lakers and love of LeBron. That's not the way. You need to go ahead and get paid, young man. Go get paid.
Hear me out. Why if he Malik Monk has another season like he did last season, there's no guarantee. You think a team's really gonna go out there and give him $10, $15 million a year off one season? Like
somebody's gonna offer him something crazy this year. Somebody's gonna offer him. I see $4 million, $100 million in his, like, you know what I'm saying, or at least 90. I see a 4 or 5 year deal for Malik Monk for $10 to $15 million a year.
If the Knicks are offering Jalen Brunson 4 years for $100 million, there's no way you're talking about $100 million from Malik Monk. Maybe he's probably a
80, 70
$89 million a year player. And check me out. When the Lakers get Westbrook off, get the contract off the books next season, if Malik Monk really wants to be a Laker, there's some money on the table for him. He can get the Jordan Clarkson deal with the Lakers. I think it was like 3-4 years, $45 million. He can get some money if he really wants to be a Laker. He just got to wait it out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's dependent on how the Lakers season go anyway. So
yeah,
it's
a
lot of on the table for sure.
Yeah, so y'all got to get better as a team first, because I seeing y'all roster right now as constructed. Which y'all got Max Christie, LeBron, 80, Westbrook, none. Yeah, y'all got
AR,
Wayne and Gabriel. Yeah, so y'all looking mighty. I don't know if y'all bring back the White or whatever the case may be, but I do want to transition. It was a lot going on in the league today. DeJounte Murray went to the Hawks. Woo! I'm interested to see how that pan out and how that play out with him and Trae Young, I guess, 2 ball handlers. I guess that's what he wanted. I mean, he needed that against Miami because it was getting ridiculous. They was doubling him all the game long, and he just couldn't get nothing going, couldn't set nobody else up. Nobody else could create for their own. So I guess they needed that. And then Harden declined his, like we said earlier. Bradley Beal declined his. That was another dude I was kind of eyeing, like, I don't know, he might come to Phoenix. But like I said, that Kyrie trade or that Kyrie opting in hurt everybody. It's a trying time for everybody, because if Kyrie would have got traded to y'all, or if he'd have went somewhere else, then that would have meant that KD would have been probably on the trade block too. So it's just like we could have traded DA for KD, and they was trying to say they was going to throw Cam Johnson in there. I feel like that would have been a little bit too much.
And you telling me I'm wild for thinking we had a chance at Kyrie? Do you hear yourself talking?
I mean, I feel like the signs is there at least. Like the signs is there in the sense of if you're paying attention, like KD was out with Kendall Jenner, Devin Booker the other day. He's been wearing Devin Booker's hoodies. Like D Book was here. Like they've been hanging out or whatever the case may be. So it's like it's not a far-fetched idea. But like I said, I'm not going to buy into it too much. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But speaking of the Suns, and I feel like now we the talk of the town now is just like everybody's talking about Deandre Ayton and how we feel about it, what we're going to do, whatever the case may be. And how I personally feel about it, before I get your thoughts, Jay, is like, I'm cool. I've made peace with him leaving. And I feel like I've voiced that to you multiple times. Like, I'm cool with him leaving as long as we can get some solid pieces back for him. Just some serviceable guys. Or if at least we can just sign some quality free agents. Like, if we can go get Thaddeus Young, maybe re-sign JaVale McGee, go pick up maybe a Serge Ibaka or just something nice, you know what I'm saying? Or even a Bobby Portis. I'll take Bobby Portis or whatever, because I feel like just the way that the game is set up right now, like you don't need a big to win. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely need a big that can stretch the floor or whatever the case may be. And I feel like even though, yes, I appreciate DeAndre Ayton, I think that he's a good two-way guy. I'm not going to say publicly, I'm not going to say don't get your money, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if he's a max player or not. I feel like go ahead and go get that money, get that max bag if you can go get it. But I just personally, I understand the Suns aspect of like, all right, like we don't feel like that. We don't feel like you a max guy. But what you think we should do and how you feel like DeAndre Ayton affect our championship window.
I told you before. I feel like you guys definitely need him on your team. He just bolsters your team. When it's times in the playoffs when the game absolutely needs to be slowed down, and you absolutely need a big in there to do that. And I feel like he's the reason you guys were able to rise to where y'all at now. So cutting him off now would be a big blow to the Suns for sure. It's not like with the Warriors and Harrison Barnes. It's not like that. Like DeAndre Ayton is a key part of what y'all do. Just flat out. And y'all, I feel like letting him go, cutting him loose is. I don't think that don't leave y'all back at number 1 in the West anymore. That's gonna bump y'all down because DeAndre Ayton alone, maybe not alone, but he can go out there and win games that needs to be won. Help you win games that needs to be won. Lead them out when Booker's out, or lead the team in scoring when someone else needs when your top scorer is out. And a number 1 overall pick, you just don't get players like that every day. To let a guy that he wouldn't walk for anything, but anything short of like a player of his caliber, like a Miles Turner maybe, or some like established, proven players in the league. Anything other than that, like draft picks, I don't really think you get your return on your investment with him. Because think about it. DeAndre Ayton is all those years y'all were tanking and doing bad. Like that was y'all compensation for doing bad, and y'all's gonna let him go like that. I don't think that's a good move. Because I like the big man game. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel like I said, the big man game is obsolete, or is going away from that. So I understand a small ball, and I feel like he just isn't dominant enough for me to be like, we need to keep him. But I do think that he's a key part of what we do. I feel like what we ask of him is another thing too, because we don't ask much of him, so we never really got to see his full potential of what he can completely do. Because I feel like we've just only asked for him because realistically, he's the 4th option. It goes Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, and then DeAndre Ayton. So we've never really asked him to do too much unless somebody else is hurt. And I feel like in those moments he stepped up and shown us like, okay, he can do, but it's just like consistently on a consistent basis, he just hasn't shown us that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Let me give you another example. I want to say a few years ago, everybody was saying the Jazz pay Rudy Gobert too much money, right?
Right.
But would you rather overpay Rudy Gobert or let him walk on another team and come back and destroy you guys and be like what could have been? Because it's a lot of what's a player out there like that right now? Like they didn't give him his money and now he went to another team and he turned up. I can't think of one on top of my head, but I mean Lakers got hella those kind of players.
Yeah, I would say Jordan Clarkson.
Clarkson is one we let go.
D'Angelo Russell.
We could have paid
Julius
him.
Randle. Yeah.
So it's all those guys. We like damn, like look at him on this team. Look, all those players could be serviceable on this current Lakers team, and that's fact. But I mean, you really gonna trade your DeAndre Ayton into a possible JaVale McGee? I don't know.
I just feel like we just
25, 26 years old.
No, Ayton is 23. But like I said,
I feel like nope, not letting him walk.
Yeah, so I feel like if we can get somebody serviceable, I feel like if we can go get a Thomas Bryant, I'll even take a Andre Drummond, just somebody that can grab boards and box out. I don't know how much Kevon Looney is going to want out there. I'll even take LaMarcus Aldridge off the bench if he want to come off the bench. But yeah, I feel like it's pieces out there, but I'm leaning more towards the hybrid guys like the Thaddeus Youngs, the ones that can guard fives, the Serge Ibaka's, the Bobby Portises, like the ones that can guard the, guard the 5 and also stretch it out.
My thing though with the hybrid guys is like they're still not a center. Like when LeBron was playing hybrid center, LeBron he can play the 5, but
LeBron's not a hybrid guy.
Listen, he's not a center though. When you lose off on a big man trying to one off it does not work. You can get small ball and beat up on the inside, and that's always a mismatch because some team got a 7-footer on their bench dying to get in and do that to you.
I mean, like I said, it's only so many 7-footers in the league that's really dominant. It's only so many bigs in the leagues that if you go small, like they'll punish you. Outside of like maybe Philly and Denver, it's probably like the only 2 teams where it's like if you go small, they will whoop your ass. Like outside of that, I can't really think of too many bigs out there in the league that's like that would really turn up and take over a game. I'll wait if you got somebody.
Giannis is big.
Giannis is one of those hybrid guys, the 4s that can guard the 5s, and he's not a you know what I'm saying? He's not a center.
If AD get healthy, AD can turn a game out. You know that. Don't even.
I mean, AD been crying to play 4 for the longest.
Big man still a big man.
So yeah, it's only 3 people. So AD, Jokic, and Embiid, you'll be fine. Like you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
All right, man.
But
I don't want to hear next season, man. We ain't got no interior defense. Mikal Bridges ain't thought he was defensive of the year runner up? Question mark.
Yeah, they got it. The Suns to me, they got to show to me that they're not frauds at this point because it's just like the way that we went out and just the amount of how loud we was as fans and just what they gave us. They got to show us that they the real deal, in my eyes. But like I said, man, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. But until next time, man. Until next episode, catch y'all later, man.
Peace.
Peace.